go on to our next hot topic. Our
Truth,
last.
lies, shenanigans.
All right, so the last one is me. Is this a truth, lie, or shenanigans? So we have Maya Ponsetto. Oh, this is definitely shenanigans and some lies. I'm gonna go with some lies too. We have Maya Ponsetto. I think I'm saying her name right. She was dubbed the Soho Karen. Is the woman who wrongly accused the 14-year-old black teen son of jazz musician Keon Harold of stealing her iPhone at a Manhattan, New York hotel a few weeks back. She's since been forcibly arrested in California and is facing several charges, including attempted robbery, grand larceny, 2 counts of attempted assault, and acting in a manner injurious to a child. So there's a lot of going on. Let me show you the video, the original video.
Show me. No.
You don't have to explain nothing to her.
Take the case off. That's mine. Literally, get it back, please.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
No. Okay, then show me the. Show me all
No,
my.
you get a life.
Over there.
no,
What's
go
on your
on.
background?
You better go use find my iPhone. Go
Yeah.
do that.
Find my iPhone is on.
Can you
on now.
come
Right
in?
now.
No, you can't. No,
I'm
you
the
can't.
manager of the hotel.
I don't care.
He will
This is
right
my
now.
son.
Yeah,
What's
but he
going
has
on
my
in the
phone.
lobby?
Then show me the proof. No, he's not leaving. Show me the proof.
Are you
Show me
kidding
the
me?
proof.
You better get on.
I need you. Let's go.
Better get on. We have you see two black people?
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone.
I would have popped her right there. I would have popped her right
That's what he did.
there.
I cannot not have my phone.
Listen, get your ass up.
Yeah.
She's so aggressive.
Now, apparently later her phone was found either at the hotel or I heard it was found in an Uber ride, but there's some
It was found in her cab. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some conflicting reports on that though. But earlier in the week, she had a exclusive interview with Gayle King on CBS This Morning. Let me show you that.
Racism, how is one girl accusing a guy about a phone a crime? Where is the content?
He didn't even have your phone. You are old enough to know better. So I will say you're 22. I get it.
Enough. The hotel did have my phone.
Now, I'm certain Gayle wanted to slap the crap out of her, but there are additional reports of and video of her being arrested for DUI. So my question is twofold to you guys. Do you feel the charges are trumped up a little bit? I mean, and pun intended on that one, but considering it was basically simple assault, there's a lot of basically simple assault. But second, do you think this Karen phenomenon will ever dissipate, or are we going to just continuously see these videos of these types of incidents now that we actually have video to take of it? Let me start with Gianni Storm on this
Um, your first question, do I think that the charges were reasonable? I think so. I kind of don't remember all of the charges you mentioned. There were a lot, but
I'll reread
okay.
them. Give me. Let me just get to it real quick. I'll reread it for you. So she was charged with attempted robbery, grand larceny, 2 counts of attempted assault, which makes sense, and acting in a manner injurious to a child. Which I could buy
Okay.
that as well. But
The grand larceny is the one that's making me confused. But I do think that she should be charged with something, of course. She literally that was very aggressive. And then also why is she so, is it presumptuous? Is that the word? Like why are you, or
yeah,
why is she
right.
assuming that it was them? That was
Yeah,
that didn't come
presumptuous
across
is the
great.
word. Why is she sitting up there saying that this is?
Yeah.
And if you notice in the second video, she paused when she said, why is it a crime when you have a guy?"
Yes, I know
You
this.
knew what you
Yeah.
wanted to say when you accuse a
You have to
guy.
watch her words. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie.
And
Oh no, go ahead, Jan.
oh, sorry. I forget what the second question was. I just did,
Oh,
I
do you
have
think
to,
this
I
Karen?
did like the hand thing with Gayle King. That was driving me nuts.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
I mean, but and that's to the point of obviously, she's talking to a black woman and treating a respected black woman in that manner. You get some sense
Older.
of
She's
her
older.
entitlement. But no, the second question was: is this Karen phenomenon, will it ever dissipate, or will we just continuously see videos like this?
It will dissipate. It'll disappear. I think. It'll disappear. I think that it's going to cause a lot of shame for them, for a lot of people who do feel like that, or women. It's going to force their mindset. I believe, honestly, truly, because if you've noticed, it kind of has died down. I haven't seen anything other than this most recent um, shenanigan, and now she's getting arrested. So I guess it's like a warning to all the Karens out there, like if this is what happens when you try it. So yeah, I think it'll die down.
Robbie Rock?
As far as the charges go, I'm on board, Neil. When you're saying that, simple assault, she went after a kid and she tried to take his personal property. So all of the charges that are laid against her absolutely stand, and I hope that she's convicted on all of them. Um, then, as far as the Karen phenomenon going away, uh, the internet is pretty unforgiving, and I don't see this type of entitled behavior going away anytime soon, unfortunately. It's privilege, aggression, suspicion of people that don't look like you. I don't see these things going away, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that with the advent of social media, these people will be shamed publicly, will be called out. And I'm glad that, this young man did have there was the footage there to really kind of show his side of the story. And then when the rest of the story came out, we know who the victim is.
Yeah.
And that's for her to try to victimize herself is just, it's laughable.
I want to point out Otzi on TikTok says that Trump is now gone. Is he not? So maybe that will change. I don't know. We also had
What do you mean Trump is now gone? What does that mean?
I guess I guess he's saying that, maybe it'll affect how people are going to I don't know his intent. But I'm saying maybe Trump leaving is probably going to change some things. I'm just assuming.
Liz,
He can write on TikTok if he wants to give more details on his question. All right. And then Smells Like Corn Chips is on YouTube. Trump Obama's third term. More government, higher debt, more gun control regulate, no Obama repeal. Meet new boss, same as old boss. I'm not clear what they're saying there. Lizzie.
No, what that means. Whew, so many things to wrap here. First, about the charges. I think the charges are appropriate, especially since I don't think we showed the actual video there, but there's another angle, another video that shows her actually tackling this 14-year-old
Oh, did she?
and knocking,
I haven't seen
trying
that.
to, trying to knock him to the ground. So yes, assault charges are definitely appropriate,
Yeah,
but
no question
larceny
on assault charge.
like larceny is, attempted theft or theft of property. She tried to take his phone. And so totally appropriate. And she has, I do think, and I'm not saying this in a way to defend her or absolve her of any guilt of anything that happened on that day, but she has a history of this type of erratic behavior, not just towards persons of color. I think, in addition to her, because I do believe that there is some racism involved in here,
Sure.
I do think that she has some type of mental challenges, if you will. Like something's not right with this young lady.
Yeah, there is. That's true.
And I'm not going to diagnose her because I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. But at the same time, this is consistent behavior. And so there's something not quite right there. There's something that's not really clicking there with this young lady. As it relates to Karen's, and Mike Winter and I were talking about this, I believe it was just last night. The idea of Karen, the image of Karen, the actual embodiment of the Karen and what she represents, that's been around since pre-Reconstruction, since pre-slavery. We're just now seeing them because we have social media, we have the technology to, take pictures of them, take videos of them, or what have you. But white women's tears against Black people, against Black men in particular, has been around since pre-Reconstruction, since slavery, whether the tears were warranted or not. Even if you don't want to even go back that far, go back to 1955. Emmett Till. Emmett Till was killed, was lynched because of a Karen's lie. Carolyn Bryant Donman, she lied about Emmett Till and what he allegedly said to her, did to her, touched her, etc. And as a result, her husband and her husband's brothers followed him, kidnapped him, beat him, strangled him, and then lynched him. So this isn't anything new, this phenomenon. It just so happens that we now have the technology to record it. And if you think back to the Karen that was in Central Park, with the bird watcher, they were bird watching, and she had her dog in an area where it wasn't supposed to be. And with the ease that she used in calling the police and lying and saying, an African American man just attacked me. Oh my God. Like that didn't just isn't
Yeah.
something that she just thought of overnight. That is
Yeah.
a level of privilege that's been there for years. And so, no, I don't think the Karen phenomena is going to go away. We might see it less in the media because the story gets old, if you
Hmm.
will,
Hmm.
but it's not going away, not by a long shot.
Yeah,
Not
and
by a long shot.
I'm gonna keep my comments short, but yeah, I agree with you that it's not going to go away necessarily, but I think it will decrease simply because it's like with anything, the more there are consequences for things, the less likely people are to do them. So I think
But what are
the
the
fact that
consequences? That
well,
there are consequences
well,
for the people that have been on camera,
right, that's
but
what I'm
these things
saying.
are so bad. But that's those specific people.
Right. So
That's
the
not a
let me
but
just
that's not a general.
finish.
That's not a
Yeah.
generational.
God, let me just finish my
That's
statement.
not a generation. This is centuries old mindsets. Centuries old mindsets.
I just want to finish the statement. So the more we're able to take our phones and the more we're able to capture it, the more people are going to be scared that that's going to happen. And the more there are
Yeah.
consequences for it in the sense that, okay, if I get caught on camera and I have the potential to get canceled. I'm not saying that it's going to stop, obviously, because privilege is privilege. We're looking at these politicians, we're looking at privilege is privilege. So we're not going to be able to do privilege. But I think over time, the more they're captured, the more it becomes a problem. At least until we get to the point, like you said, where the news media kind of lets it slide and kind of goes away. I think it'll decrease over time a little bit.
I think the news media is already letting it slide. I just think that, a lot of the incidents that are being captured have not been blown up. And it could be because there's so many.
Yeah.
Like I see stuff
Mhm.
like this one made national news because this guy is a Grammy
A
Award
musician.
winner.
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
I mean, there's stories on Facebook, on Twitter, on
Yep.
Instagram all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. You're right. It's
So
happening daily. It is. It's
I
happening
don't
daily.
know time soon. Now, what the Karens have been very fortunate. I mean, some have been popped in the mouth, but most of them haven't. They have been very fortunate that they have not been met with a lot of aggression.
Heck
And
yes.
I'm not advocating, I'm not Trump. I'm not advocating for anyone to be out there, engaging in any type of fight with people. All I'm saying is that they have not been met with a lot of aggression, and that emboldens them to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Actually, I liked the trumped up charges actually. To answer that question because I think that it sends a message. Like I said, I don't think the charges are necessarily the right charges, but hey, I'm fine with them. So, there's a bunch of
What Trump?
comments online. Huh?
What
We're sure.
Trump?
I mean, they added the
Larceny.
larceny and
I feel like larceny is with intent.
It was attempted.
eh, it's a type
She
of
tried.
larceny. Yes,
It
I
is.
still
Yeah.
think it's a little bit extra. I
She
personally
tried
think
to
it's a little extra.
take his phone. That's why you're not a lawyer, bruh. She tried to take his
it's,
phone.
it's a little extra. It's a little extra. Little extra. She did assault the dude.
That's
She assaulted a kid. She assaulted a kid.
And I don't know that
And
she
she
was trying to
assaulted a
steal
kid.
his phone. She was trying to recover her phone, and she thought
She
he had
tried
it.
to. She assumed that that was her telephone. She was trying to steal his
But if we're
property
talking
that she
intent,
claimed ownership to. Mm-mm.
right?
and
Her intent was to reclaim her own phone. Her intent was not
that
to
theory
steal
goes
his phone.
that theory goes out the door when she acknowledged that she went to somebody else and tried to take their phone. So she didn't know who had her phone.
I mean,
She
I
was
Oh
think
trying to
I
wow.
agree with you, and she's something
diagnose it
wrong up
herself.
there anyway. All right, let me try to get. There's a lot of comments online, so let me try to get to those as fast as I can. Jeanette Brown, there is shame and danger in showing aggression towards white women, especially for people of color. Absolutely. Derek Mattioli says the more prevalent the technology, the more prevalent the technology that allows for evidence-based decisions instead of the word of two people, the more likely this kind of behavior will decrease, even if only because people's lives are more likely to be exposed. Right. Um,
Yeah.
Mike Winter says Knoxville Karen was shocked that she got maced for trying to enter the Capitol and participate in insurrection. Yeah, that was. I don't know how many people saw that video, but I agree. Jacqueline Robbins says teach. Ernest Cooper says amen. Lizzie Enders. Roka laughs at mentally challenged. So, all right. Alan says Alan Carrera. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I apologize, but
Carrière. Alain Carrière.
I was close. I was close. She says they would. He says they would not stand a chance. And Jose says, "I would dare someone to come to me like that. She is lucky."
Jose.
She is
Jose.
lucky. All right,
Right.
that is all of our hot topics for today.
Lies, shenanigans.
Let's get into our game show. Let's hope